Hello, welcome to a new video. I haven't posted in a while because I've been working on a different channel for just geometry dash runs. But today I'll be showing you how to make a 7-segment display. Except whenever I do it this time, it's gonna be a way better tutorial. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, first off, you need to understand what a 7-segment display actually is. So, and 7-segment displays look like this. Now, it looks like nothing right now, but you normally see these on stovetops, well, on ovens that show time, microwaves, usually, digital clocks, and they can show any number from 0 to 9, and some first letters. For example, this is a 1, 2, 3, and I bet you know the rest. So let's get into the build. Now, go ahead and build this. It's not that hard. You basically make a really blocky 8 with lamps, and then make a wall around it because it's way harder to see the actual display if you don't have a wall around it. For example, in this older build of mine, which is really messy and isn't that good, I tried making a clock, and it didn't go as well. But there's still walls there. So I'm going to go over how you do these, well, how you actually make the encoder and everything else. So the first thing is we have to get all of these segments into wires, you could say. Like this one would be a wire here, this one would be a wire here, and this one would be a wire here. So the first one I would do would be with target blocks, and it would be as simple as just putting target blocks and then redstone. Because whenever I flick this lever, all 3 at the bottom turn on. Now for the second one, now this depends on how you want to do it. If you want it to be more compact and easier, then me personally, I would use torches. But it's totally up to you. So you can place a block here and then here, place a torch, and then stack upwards like that. And make sure this torch is on the 3 blocks, like a side view. Then this is up to you too, but you can place a repeater here if you want to, but me personally, I don't have to, because the redstone signal is going straight into the block. So whenever I press this, wait, I did something slightly wrong, hold on. To fix that, it still adds more delay, which is kind of bad in the long run, but it looks like this. So now, when we flick this lever, all of these turn on. And repeat the exact same for the left side, by the way. Now this will conclude of the bottom. For this part, this one turns on that. And if I flick all 3 of the levers, it'll do the, okay, I did something wrong, 100%. So, replace the target blocks with just 1 repeater, and that will still just hard power the lamp, which would allow us to get this outcome. Sorry for the little tweaks in the middle of it, that was my fault. Now let's move on to the second layer. Now to do this one, we would place a block here, then redstone, then another block, and that's the layer that we're gonna do the second one on right here. So this one should be pretty easy, but wait, there is one thing now we have to do before we go straight into going just straight into the block. Since there will actually be 4 on this row, we need to make sure that it lines up right. which means that the line won't be going directly straight. This time the line will be kind of from an angle, but you can make it a weird shape and it'll still work. So flick a lever here, all three of those turn on, and nothing else. Now for this one, we're gonna make it power the top, but not yet. Now I did go a little bit ahead, but you're gonna make a sideways check mark type of shape with the blocks, and then place torches on the right side of the first one, right side of the second one, left of the third one, and right of the fourth one. Then redstone dust right here. So when I flick this lever, powers on only those three. Now for the other side, you can't do it the exact same, and that's because the torches will interfere with this one right here, and we don't want that. So there is a tweak that we can do, but we're not gonna do that right now because, you know, we're already kind of far into it. So start off with the line straight. Before you can do this, one torch goes under here and one goes up here. Then another one here, and do the stacking thing that we do always. And then get the redstone signal under here. I power this. All three of them should power on like normal. Now for this one, what will we do with this one? It may seem like it's just about impossible to get it up there, but it is 100% possible. So start off like this, and then start placing torches. It takes longer, but it preserves power, I'd say. And then if you place redstone there, okay, hold up. Now this isn't the most efficient method, but it gets the job done. Looks like this. And of course, if you power this, wait, we can get rid of this torch. I'll just move one dust up. So now, working on the bottom first, I'm gonna place repeaters just to be safe on all of them. Then redstone dust. 2 for each number after the first dust. Yeah, actually, after the repeater. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. If you want there to be 10, then you can do 10. And then extend all the other ones to be that way. After you do that, after this first dust, place one concrete block over the redstone, one space apart. If you did it right the first time, there should be 9, or 10 in your case, if you're doing 10 blocks above the air. Now you may notice that that's not long enough to do a whole signal. So when we do this, go under, I would say, about this block right here, and then place a repeater. And that would allow it to be powered. Then extend all of them 2 blocks. Wait, no, not 2. 4. Okay. This is when World Edit would start to come into play, but I'm on mobile, and I don't feel like downloading a mod that could be a virus. So, we're here. Now, place redstone dust on top of all of them. Now, it's up to you if you want to do this part yourself or not. Now, during when you're, oh my gosh, holy stutter. When you're doing a seven segment display, usually you want it to show numbers pretty easily without having to manually flick levers. So, you would know how to do a 1, which would be this one for the bottom 3, which we know is over here. Now, you can follow along what I'm doing, or you can do it yourself. That's up to you. But this is the 1. This is the 2. This is the 3. This is the 4. This is the 5. 6 is all 3. 7 is just the right one. 8 is all 3. And 9 is the middle and the right. Now, you may be thinking, they're all powered, so how would that work? But, in actuality, there's one more thing that you have to do with blocks. And it's up to you to use, if you want to use target blocks or concrete or wool, but I preferably use target blocks. So, place one like this in front of all of the structures. After doing so, place a torch on all of them. Now, I accidentally placed a few extra, but now, if you look at the display, all of them will be turned off. Don't place levers, I was stupid. Now extend all of these blue columns the same exact length that you did last time. Whenever I mean last time, I mean as far as this dust goes. Alright, I made a critical error. So, when doing this, it actually goes right over torches, which actually powers the dust. So, if I were you, I would either move it over or extend these blue pillars by 1 on the left side. But if I were you, I would personally do this. Wait a sec. Okay. It looks weird, and that was my fault. So just continue extending them like normal. This is what it looks like for me whenever I'm finished. So then I would place the 9 blue blocks and then I'd extend them. Except this time when you extend them, this is still the same as last time. Extend it to the redstone dust, but this is going to be way longer this time because there's 4 and you had to either push one outwards or just redo the target blocks. It's up to you which one you do. But this is what it looks like. It's starting to come together. Put redstone on all of the blue block. Now, when you make this, do the same exact thing with the torches. But if you don't know how to do it, I'll still show you. For 1, it's this one. For 2, it's this one. Wait, I have to remember. This one and this one. For 3, it's this one. This one. This one. For 4, it's all of them except the one on the right. For 5, it's the top one, the left one in the middle. For 6, It's all of them except the one on the right. For 7, it's the top one and the one on the right. For 8, it's all of them. And for 9, it's also all of them. So then, do the same. Actually, don't do. Yeah, do the target blocks. Remember, you place the target blocks here, then add a torch. Do that for all of the rows. After doing so, remember how I said don't put levers like I did? Yeah, you shouldn't have. So then get glass. Pink is just the most available to me, so I'm going to use that. And then get the glass and use it to connect the top and the bottom rows like this. Then add a target block right here with the lever on it this time. Then whenever you press this lever, okay, something happened. Oh, I did that so wrong. Hold on. Let me do some fixes. Okay. On second thought, this torch on the top for 1 is supposed to be here. Now for 2, this torch is supposed to be here. Now for 3, actually that one was right. Hold on, I'll get to the rest of the fixes in a sec. For the second one, it looks like this. Everything but the left. For the third one, it looks like this. That actually is right. For the fourth one, move this torch over here. For the fifth one, move this one right here. For the sixth one, move this one right here. For the 7th one, this one's actually right. 8 and 9 are okay. Now, see this glass little area thingy? Put that on all of these target blocks. And every target block with the lever will actually correspond to a number. I will show a larger example of this. Well, this is one right here actually. But I did end up finishing it. So, this one looks a little different because it's a different model. But it's the same exact thing. This one corresponds to 1. And this one would be 8. Except, oh wait, I actually did 10 on this one. So this one would be 0. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And let me show you a 14 segment display if I can find it. Now this is what they would look like in Minecraft. But I made that really... I do not remember making that. But I made this on a way larger scale. I gotta go through my world and find it. Hold on. I think it's around here. Those are logic gates. But this is another 14 segment thingy. Oh, I think it's this way. I know where I am. That's not it. Well, this one does actually use 7 segment displays. I wonder if it still works. This thing is supposed to be a really weird redstone clock. And this right here, this is what makes the hours. This is what makes the minutes. Notice how it's way more complicated. So now, if I flick this lever, and I flick this lever, it used to go up like that, but it stops after 10. I used to manage to get it up to in the 40s. There's so many things I used to make in this world. Here's another example of a 7-segment display, except it's made with a glass, actually, and there's not 2 layers. All of it is just down on the bottom. And I'll flick the lever up and down. It counts upwards and then restarts. This right here is just a redstone clock that kind of just powers all the numbers at once. And this is the 14-segment display. Well, it's actually 3, well, 2.5. But it's huge. Right now I have DD on it, but for my channel, Pure Polarity, I can put, well, I'm not putting PP on it. How about reverse polarity? So we'll get the R from up here, reverse, then polarity at the bottom. Which says RM, which is weird because there's some offset on it. Like this, which says O, is actually an O. But for some reason I did the next one as an M. Which leads me to believe that there probably isn't an actual P in there. Or I could do NR for my Geometry Dash channel, Nebulae Crave. So we'll flick a lever for an N up here. N. And down here, R. Which I'm hoping actually works. Yeah, there we go. NR. Beautiful. Please subscribe. I don't know why people beg for it, but I mean, like, everybody's doing it. I don't care if you subscribe or not. I don't know why I stuttered so much, but I mean, hey, you do you. But I worked pretty hard on this because it's on mobile. See you later.